when they say don't import Arab culture, what they really mean is don't bring Islam to us. When they say return to our roots, return to Jahiliyyah. When they say our culture is enough, we don't need Islam. Assalamu alaikum, guys. Good to see you. It's been a while. You guys have been tagging me in videos saying, Najib, look at these videos. It's misleading the community. And so let's dissect it. One of those videos was talking about Arab culture and how we need to fight it and how it has taken over our culture, whatever it might be, Somali, and different types of different Muslim cultures. Okay, so let's dissect it. The reality is people who are up to no good have been using two fields for a very long time: nationalism and culture, as a way to eliminate Islam, to discredit Islam and beyond. So when you see this, you got to catch it on right away. But their real issue is not Arab culture. It's Tawheed, it's hijab, it's the Sharia, it's the Quran and the Sunnah, it's the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let's dissect it. Number one, they only hate Arab culture when it's Islamic, right? The abaya, the qamis, the Arabic language, the names that we choose for our kids and beyond, right? The Muslim names that are very symbolic with Islam, then it's all of a sudden it's an issue, right? But you don't see them giving the same critique to Western culture, the jeans, the suit, the naming, the lifestyle, the freedom, the tolerance. You don't see them critiquing it. What do you find them doing? They're critiquing, hey, let's Arab culture because we need to, quote unquote, stick to our culture. But when it comes to Western customs, we need to imitate them. We need to look up to them. We need to honor them. We need to stand up when they come. Subhanallah. Inferiority at its best, right? And we'll get to that at the end. This is not about Arab culture. It's about hatred for Islam and its people, but they're disguised as cultural pride. So you got to catch it right away. Number two, the important thing to note is that Islam is not Arab culture. Islam is revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا يَنطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. Right? The Quran and the Sunnah is nothing except a revelation. As a matter of fact, Islam came to correct and purify Arab culture. It eliminated things like killing of innocent children. It eliminated things like alcohol, drugs, dhulm, oppression, arrogance, music, things that were that are destructive to the human being, whether it's in the mind, internally or externally. It eliminated them. It eliminated them. So if you're rejecting what came with the Prophet ﷺ, then you're rejecting wahi, revelation. Number three, the Prophet ﷺ condemned jahili culture, right? The Prophet ﷺ condemned clinging or holding on to jahili culture, whatever culture it might be. So loving your food and culture is okay. What's not okay is raising your culture above revelation, above Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever it might be. Number four, Sharia came to uproot, to eliminate false culture. That was the whole point of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sending Islam, is to purify us from the wicked and deviant ways. That was the whole point of Islam, to erase and eradicate bad behavior internally and externally and beyond. So many cultures that include zina, many cultures that include drugs, riba, disobedience to one's parents, the cutting off of family ties. All of these things have been eliminated because it is harmful to the human being. Number five, Arabic is the language of revelation, and that's why we learn it, and that's why we put emphasis into it. That doesn't mean when we're learning the Arabic language, we leave our own language, the mother tongue, or we leave other. As a matter of fact, the more languages a person can speak, the higher the quality of a person, right? You should learn more languages. You should be well educated. Islam will never say, don't learn the Somali language, don't learn Urdu, don't learn Spanish, don't learn English, but rather learn the language, become an expert at it. You can use it as a source of da'wah and beyond. But the Arabic language, قال الله تعالى إنا أنزلناه قرآنا عربيا لعلكم تعقلون. Surely we have sent down the Quran in the Arabic language so that you may attain aql, or understand or comprehend that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to you. The only language that would do justice to revelation is the Arabic language, and that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose it. So to discredit the Arabic language and say it's taking away our space from our own language, no, it's not. English is, French is, yeah, we should maybe target these languages and say, what's going on? Let's stop learning English. You don't see them saying that. You'll never see them. As a matter of fact, they look up to the English language. They think knowing the English language is an honor, but learning the Arabic language is inferiority. Subhanallah, subhanallah. Catch it when you see it, guys. Number six. So what these people do is they hide their rebellion behind cultural excuses. That's not our way. That's not part of our tradition. That's not part of our culture, right? Their main goal to discredit Islam. This is just an excuse to avoid obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You got to make sure you connect the dots and understand the agenda right away. Because when they say don't import Arab culture, what they really mean is don't bring Islam to us. When they say return to our roots, return to jahiliyyah. When they say our culture is enough, we don't need Islam. We don't need Islam, right? And as a matter of fact, they don't even like the good parts of our culture. They only want the wicked ways: nakedness, promiscuity, indecency, freedom to do whatever. So the real aim is to reject the Quran, reject the Sunnah, reject Islam in totality. And so they'll use nationalism, they'll use culture as a way, as the bridge to get to this point. Because most of you are not going to catch it on. If they came out and they said, we don't need Islam, all of you are going to be like, how dare you say that? What they'll say is, Arab culture is destroying our culture. What they'll say is, hey, this is not our way. We need to focus on our tradition, right? They'll attack the origins of Islam so that they can give way to these secular movements. So when they say we want to decolonize Islam from Arab culture, what they're really saying is we want to secularize the Muslim community and dismantle Islam. Okay? Arabs are Muslims. We love them. We have nothing against Arab culture. We need to embrace revelation so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can give us the best of dunya and the best of al-akhirah. There's a lot of people on social media, guys, that are dangerous, that have an agenda. You got it. That's why we always tell you guys, brothers and sisters, gain knowledge of the Deen. Position yourself for success and beyond. I'll see you guys next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.